All right, so I guess we're back. It's been like 4 or 5 months since we've done or posted anything, and
Things have happened.
a lot has happened. Yes, I've tried recording some things in between, but it just didn't pan out, and I just kind of got into a slump, and a whole bunch of other crap just kept me away, and Fiend moved, and all sorts of other junk. So, uh,
Yeah,
we figured we'd get back into the swing of things with a tier list.
yeah, the junk will continue, but we're working with what we got.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a tier list of JoJo themes because JoJo themes or JoJo opening themes specifically.
Yeah,
We have
because someone didn't want to do the endings.
look it makes it a lot easier if we just focus on one thing. We're trying to get back into the swing of things, and so which is why we're starting off with a tier list instead of jumping right back into playing a game. This is also the first time we've done a tier list, so hopefully it's interesting enough.
Making one of these is a lot more difficult than it sounds.
So yeah, we're gonna go in order of songs. Might be some edits here and there because we're gonna take a moment to listen to the song in between and probably not have too much going on as far as.
And we've
We
been
don't,
listening to these songs on occasional repeat as well.
yeah,
And just to sort of explain the tiers, S through F, obvious enough, and DQ is the songs that somebody didn't want to do.
anyway, so yeah, the only way something will get an S is if Fiend and I both say S. Otherwise, if one of us say S and the other one doesn't like it as much, it'll go
Unless
in
I
A.
scream very, very loud.
Nope, they're all going. The only way anything is getting an S is if we both call it an S.
Oh,
Otherwise, otherwise, it'd probably be more likely to be an A or a B depending on how far down the other person puts it.
I guess.
So the first one,
The classic Sono
yeah,
Chino Sadame.
Sunny Chiba Sadami.
So this is the classic. Like,
Yeah, this is the first one we got when we started getting JoJo.
and it's I actually really like it. It has the energy to it. It gives you the rush of like the show that's about to happen. You're about to see intense stuff happening. And we're just talking about the songs. We're not talking about like
The show
the
itself and the seasons.
the intro.
Yeah, if people want to hear us talk more about JoJo in general, maybe we'll do like a podcast or something.
Yeah,
But
because we could probably ramble on about the aesthetic of just the intro and how it like gives. Because this one has a really great one
oh
where it's
yeah,
just
no,
showing you clips of the comic.
yeah. So and the thing I like about this song is that intro, that just the beginning, the first few notes. It's just
The trumpets just going
yeah,
nuts.
it really slaps.
And not only that, the singer has an oomph to him. He like gives his energy into
Oh,
this.
the best part of the song for me is the scream, the JoJo scream.
Oh, like that is really well done. Also, just like if you know a JoJo fan that's seen the anime, they hear this song and everybody chants Sono Chino Sadame. Like everybody does it when they
Yep,
get to that part.
yep. So I for Sonochino Sadame, I'm gonna have to give it. I'm gonna go with A though.
A is what I was thinking actually.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go full S for myself on that one because
It's great,
it's
but it's
great.
not one that I find myself listening to often.
Yeah, there's other ones that are more deserving of that. But
It's a high A, a
yeah.
very high A.
So next
So,
up, next up, we got Bloody Stream.
oh boy.
Um, I I love Bloody Stream, but I actually think I like Sodomina. God damn it, I like the
Sono Chino
first.
Sadame.
Yeah, I can't words right now. Sonichi no Sadame, I think, is actually a better song, but I still like Bloody Stream a lot. So
You wanna get mad at me?
sure.
I'm not big on Bloody Stream.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, here's what I will give it. The instruments go hard.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I love the brass in this song.
So the part of Bloody Stream, and if we're not talking about the since we're not talking about the actual whole intro itself, but the part of Bloody Stream that really kicks it into gear for me and actually gets me like hype is the chorus. And the chorus, I think, is actually brought stronger because the rest of the song is a little bit less high energy. And
See,
then
that's
it
the part
picks
that
up.
always bugged me about the song. The singer doesn't have that like hype to what he's singing.
But that's the thing, like, and it works because it's the type of song that it goes to, and I feel like it all works out, right? However, when it does start picking up and it starts getting to like the chorus, and like starts actually hitting those peaks, that's when it works, and it really like brings it from a low energy to like slowly building you up, and I think that's how it works. But I don't think it's as powerful as a lot of the other ones.
For sure. Like,
But
honestly, I think the part that bugs me is like, this is the one where we get possibly the best JoJo. And the song, he almost sounds like he's just not into it. He's just sort of, he's like monotone almost with the singing.
saying and I don't feel it that way because I listen, like, I'm a bit more focused on like the composition and like where it's leading and like,
Right.
but it definitely doesn't give me like the hype that the other ones, but I still love it. So compared to a lot of other ones, and as much as I hate to say this myself, I would have to give it, since we're comparing this to others and it's a tier list, I would actually probably put it in like low A or B.
I'm willing to negotiate for B. Because I was weighing almost on C even, but it's not F. Trust me, we will get some Fs, but this isn't it.
This is not an F, no, but it's good. It's good, but it's not the peak. Although it's the intro for one of the best seasons.
Like, here's the thing that actually makes me lean on B. Again, the instruments are just going full force. They're having fun with this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, B seems okay for it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll move on to Stand Proud. Okay, so Stand Proud. First intro for part 3. Stardust Crusaders, and this is an interesting one for me personally. I really love the intro, right? That guitar riff at the very beginning.
Yes.
Love that. And
if I'm being honest, a lot of what I said about our last choice, Bloody Stream, kind of also goes to this one too.
So Stand Proud has a lot of good moments, and it's a good song. It's not a bad song at all, and
Oh no, it's definitely a good.
It really, if we talk about whether or not it hits the theme and the feel of part 3, I think it does. I think it does. Especially when it starts getting to the and stand up and stand up and stand up and like starts to build. That's like when that song really like hits its stride. However, it doesn't.
There is a main part in the song that I actually do really like, and that's midway through it with the guitar solo.
Yeah, there's
the part that I really just don't care much for with this song is, again, the singer. Like, it's almost like a drawl. Like, it's almost slow, and it kind of takes you away from. It's like the instruments are arguing with the singer on how the emotion is supposed to feel. And that honestly just kind of, it was always a skippable theme for me, if I am fully honest.
So I don't see it that way personally, like as far as like I don't see them battling, like, but because I know what they went for, and I know why. I know, like, I can feel it, I can see it, and I can feel like the lead up. But even whenever it does hit, like finally hit, and the parts I really do like, they don't hit hard enough for me to like really get me that like pumped to get me pumped. What I'm about to watch. But
and even like as you mentioned the and stand up and stand like even that part, it almost feels a little too quiet. Like I don't feel the energy.
so I was gonna not bring these up very much because I don't want to compare these to what the original themes were, but the Jonathan Young cover of this song significantly better.
I can believe that.
I don't know if anybody that listens to this has listened to the Jonathan Young covers of JoJo themes, but this one in specific, like that dude's voice, like really kills it.
And this is why we're talking about like the regular songs, because this is definitely the biggest example where a lot of other people have made it sound so much more better. And honestly, it's because of just how it is as it is. I would honestly give it a C.
Yeah, I personally want to give it a B, but
I hate to do it, but yeah, it's just
like it feels bad because I like it as a song. I like it as a song, but if we're going by an intro to an anime that is what the anime is, while I do think that it does kind of fit the theme and like and like a lot of the things like the lyrics and like certain parts of it really hit and just like okay, yeah. Overall, I'm like for judging it as an anime intro compared to a lot of the others that we get and have gotten, it's gonna be
middle. And like the way I see it is like the top tiers I would gladly listen to in full. The middle tier, it's like I'll listen to it if it pops up. The lower tiers is just I would skip it. I'm not gonna complain about it, but I just skip it.
Well, there's one.
Oh but, yeah, we'll get there. There's more than one actually.
But all right, so we're gonna move on to Sonochi no Kyoku, End of the World. I'm ready to talk about this one.
S tier, S tier, S tier.
S tier, yeah.
Oh my god,
let's
like
it. Okay, so I've talked about the build up in a lot of these. Right.
And like we even mentioned about how like the instruments and singer were fighting with you. This one is singers are actually fighting with each other, and it is so perfect.
I can't listen into this song without like getting like just building up, and then just oh god.
It starts off with like the looming voice and just almost haunting, and you hear them almost talking to each other. And then you get the first guitar riff, and it just sends you into the mood.
So I was gonna say the part that really fucking gets me hyped, right?
I mean, if you want, I could speak my part.
Yeah.
All right. So, this song in itself, like, if you just didn't know anything about the show, this song itself is an adventure. Like,
oh yeah.
You get the looming beginning, get the exciting instruments going off, and then the singers start to just battle with each other just by vocals alone. And you even get the side characters chiming in, like in the song anyways, with just the hey, hey, hey.
Yeah.
Just
oh god, yeah.
Everything is so good, and it gets you into it. And that's not even talking about the neat little Easter eggs they've slipped into this song alone, just for this arc in only a couple of episodes.
So what I was trying to say before like my brain decided to hiccup was the part that really gets me is that Star Platinum, like that fucking part, just
right before the aura.
It depends on which version. Like if you're listening to the TV version or like the full version, because you get like
Because like the full version goes even more, where it even has a pause from all of the intense music, and it's just sort of a calm tone that's just chilling as they, and the violins. Oh my god, the violins. I didn't even talk about the strings in this song. They go just as hard as the singing does.
See this when I think part 3, which I'm not gonna go into ranking the anime parts, right? Like we could do that another if we want to, but when it goes to part 3, this is the song.
Oh yeah.
This is the song. Oh my god! And when you get to the parts like during the Dio fight where the theme actually like changes up. Oh god, it's just so perfect. It just
and they do it in the best way because you don't expect it, but the song just suddenly pauses, and it's almost creepy when it happens.
Is that the first time they do that in the series? Because
yes,
because after that, every like final battle like theme gets a change, gets that little change, and I think that's the first. Yeah, that's the first one, I believe. And
it is the first. Like, it's technically not the first time they used a different song, but it is the first time that they like actually make it interactive like that.
Yep, and it's beautiful. It's
like this is the one that I would gladly search on my own time.
Yeah, no, and it's one that I listen to quite a bit myself.
I get the feeling we're gonna have a fight over the next one.
Crazy Noisy?
Yeah, I get the feeling that there's gonna be a fight to break out, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I guess we should. I guess we could talk about End of the World all day, or we can move on to.
Yeah, we should probably move on because we will ramble about this song. Is longer than the song even is.
Okay, so Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town. I'm gonna have to say best Space Jam cover song I've ever heard.
I didn't know the fight was gonna be starting out this way.
But no, I actually have to give this one an S.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, no.
I am vocal as this being my absolute favorite JoJo theme.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. It's one of the best. Like, it's not even just like one of the best like.
It's my favorite
JoJo
anime
songs
song of all time.
Yeah, it's just
like,
it's one of the best anime songs of all time. It really fits like the whole mood and feel, and not just the mood and the feel, but like the changes that JoJo goes through from part 3 to part 4.
We get all this chorus and operatic and symphonic tones for the past few songs. Well, besides Bloody Stream, which was more funky. This one is full on funk. Like, this is just a fun song.
Yeah, everything about it, it makes me bounce. It sounds good. Like the music the music takes you along. The lyrics just do everything they're supposed to do, and oh my god, it's so good.
It's a bop. Like, you actually move with it. It's so fun.
And it really fits the theme of the show too. It's
it's a
talks
crazy,
about
noisy, bizarre town.
Yeah, like it talks about the going-ons and gives you a real feel of what's happening, and also kind of the mood that the show has compared to like the other JoJo's. While part 4 is still very dark, as all JoJo's are.
It's a very different. See, this is the one where it's like we don't have an on-set villain to begin with. We don't travel. We don't go on this grand adventure. It's just like time in a town.
Yeah, and it's a lot more like that JoJo in general just is a lot more like kept into its own place. The art style's different, the feel is different, and go into that from part 3 and like all the themes we had before it, even End of the World. It's a complete 180.
Like, I put it in the S not because it's my favorite anime opening of all time. It's fun. It makes me smile whenever I hear it, and I just gotta move with it. It's just an enjoyable song that makes me so giddy whenever I get to hear it.
And it's a great great JoJo theme. It's a great theme in general, and now
it's the best arc of JoJo.
and now we'll move on to version 2. Okay.
May I start this one?
Sure. I think we're gonna actually have the same opinion on this one, actually.
Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town version 2 is probably the first F tier for me.
Yep. You take one of the best songs in the entire series, and one of the best songs of, like, as we were saying, we sing the praises of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, the original. And then the EDM version happens, and it's not even a good EDM song.
That's what drove me nuts about the song. It's like, it doesn't even sound like they tried to match it to the genre they were trying to copy. Because if you listen to the song, the rhythm is everywhere. And not only that, the part that drives me nuts is, like, when you get to the exciting part of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town original, like, you get to the chorus part. It pitches up a little bit to get the hype going. It does on this in such a way where it almost sounds like they pitch it down.
Yeah,
and
it's like
there's no lead.
I hate it. Like I actually, and even if it wasn't just taking a song that I love and making it worse, which is bad enough, it's just I don't like it. I actually don't know of anybody that likes the EDM version better. I could be wrong.
Is the first version I heard, I would have never liked Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town.
I have to say, like, I actually want to know if anybody out there likes it, and if you do, you know, I'm not going to judge you for it. You like what you like. But on my personal opinion here, and obviously Fiend's as well, we don't care for it.
There's one praise I can think of for this. One. And that's the reason this song exists, wherein in the show, when this song first appeared, it was the intro for, like, character progression. And so they did that to match it. And it's a clear example when this song only played about 2 or 3 times before we got to the next one.
And can I say too, it did get me excited about one thing, and that one thing didn't happen, and I was so disappointed. I wanted a new version of Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town every single time. Koichi Stan got an upgrade.
I remember telling you this too when I first heard this song. Like, I was going nuts about how much I loved the original. Then the moment I got to the episode where they changed it, and the first thing I told you, what the hell did they do to my favorite song?
Yeah, no, it's bad. And
yeah, it's our first F.
And speaking of bad, I guess I'm giving it away already, but let's move on to Chase.
Oh God! You want to just put it there already?
So actually, we don't have a D tier.
We don't. I should have made one, but I didn't think too far ahead.
Legitimately, if Chase, I'm gonna put Chase before the EDM version of this. And keep in mind that if we had a D tier on here, it would be D tier for me. The reasoning being, unlike Crazy Noisy, that is just all around terrible. There is actually parts of Chase that I do like. I actually like the "You know I'll chase you, you know I'll like." I actually like that part, but
there's something I want to say about this song.
Mm-hmm.
They used the wrong part of this song, because the part that is used as the intro is the beginning of the song, obviously, but the singer almost sounds like he does not care.
Yeah.
Like, he's just singing it as if, oh, here's my paycheck, okay. And even the guitar almost sounds like the guitar doesn't care either. But
actually,
the reason I say they used the wrong part is the part that cuts out right at the end of the song for the intro is when they get to the guitar solo. And that actually sounds so good.
Yeah. When I was re-listening to all these songs and again, to kind of like refamiliarize them with myself. Chase was one that I probably the only other one other than the EDM version of Crazy Noisy that I just skipped through through most of it. Again, the chorus I actually do think is decent. I actually do like that guitar riff, the dun, 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 or whatever. I actually think that's a good riff, but I feel like there's a lot of like potential that's taken away from that song.
It sounds soulless.
And like the singer could probably be like the singer probably works really well in a lot of other songs. Like I don't know any other songs by
like I can believe he's a good singer, but not on this song.
I can't think of any other I don't know any other songs by Bada off the top of my head, right?
And it's just I just don't. And it was one of those songs when I heard it on the anime, I heard it and it's like I hate this song. I don't like it. And then I heard the full version and I get to that guitar solo, it's like, why wasn't this part used?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to say with this song in general, like all of the so if you were to take like the guitar riff, the singer, and a bunch of different other things, and like have them separated and put in like in different songs, I would probably like all of those songs more than I like the combination of what came together to make Chase.
And even thinking of the full version of the song, after the guitar riff ends, it just goes right back to the beginning, and it's just you get my hopes up, and then you just remind me, oh, this is Chase.
Yep. Yep.
Like, yeah, ranking it over V2 it's its own thing. That's what I'll give it. It's its own.
Yep.
Oh god, now we gotta talk about Great Days.
Oh god damn it. So Fiend, I'm gonna have to give you the breakdown on Great Days.
Do you feel proud of yourself for that one?
That's gonna be an S for me, dog.
My mind is trying to find any way to argue maybe an A. But
right?
I'm actually
no,
struggling.
that's where I'm at too, and like there's part of me that wants to give it an A, just because it's not Crazy Noisy, or End of the World, but it's like it's behind both of those, but it's
like how many times have we hung out and just at random points we'll go 1999.
It's so.
Was our summer.
It's yeah, exactly. It's got such a like a feel to it, and
the fact that like the whole song fits in the Easter egg twist at the end, like it's one where it's the whole song. It's not just one occurrence. Like if you listen to the whole song, you'll hear the Easter egg part. But it's another instance where the villain steps in and does something to it to make it even better. And I don't know why my mind wants to put it in an A. I am trying so hard to figure out why.
Yeah. Now, my mind wants to, but I know in my heart and in my soul and everything that is my being that it's an S.
If anything, it's the lowest S we got because we're having these conflicting thoughts.
Yeah, it's a low S, high A, but it's you know,
it's another instance where it's a fun song and it's simple enough to where you can learn the lyrics and you can just jam with it.
Yep. I have to say though, this album cover for Crazy Noisy Bizarre Town, I keep looking up at the top and I keep thinking it says The Darkness.
Bit of an edgelord, aren't we? And can I say how fascinating it is that season 4 has the most title songs of the whole series? And not only that, but it has some of the best and some of the worst. And it's just so fascinating to me.
It's the most polarizing season, I think, and when it comes to the intros.
And I feel that's almost kind of what the season is when you really think about it, because like there's people that'll say this is the worst season because it's not as adventurous or as crazy, but that's kind of what the season is.
Yeah, and like I'm not gonna give my full opinions on the season itself.
I'm biting my tongue because I could ramble about season 4 days.
Just in case we end up doing a tier list for season 4, but
just for season 4.
Just for season 4.
So we're gonna put season 4 in the S rank, and then we got season 4 here. We're gonna put that in A.
Yeah,
but season 4. Oh god, that's F rank. Ugh.
No, like in case we do for all of JoJo, but
if we talk about JoJo again.
Yeah. That's it'll be up to, if we feel like it or if people want to. So,
but yeah, Great Days, it's like
low S.
The S we don't want.
Yeah.
Just
and
weird to say because we love this song.
Yeah. But let's move on to Fighting Gold.
Oh, this is when I get shot.
Okay. So Fighting Gold, it's a pretty solid A for me.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah, A is where I was leaning. I was going to argue if you said S.
No, I love Fighting Gold, which is why it's going in A. But like, look what it's up against in the S tier, and it's good. It's great, but it's not like.
I wouldn't actively seek it out.
I would
by a whim.
I would that's the thing for me. I would, and I would never skip it. But and I find myself actually singing this one a lot.
It's not a bad song. In fact, I really appreciate how it starts with just like you get the guitar riff, pause, guitar riff, pause. It takes its time.
Mm-hmm. And I've got to say with it too that it really, really gets the feel of like that season. It feels like a theme for that season.
And it's on the best side of the season too.
Mm-hmm. Fighting Gold, like that, I think the best part of that whole song is when it cuts. It's dun 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 dun, dun pause.
Fighting Gold.
Yep. You've got like that like. Fighting Gold.
I think that's maybe why I put it an A. It's a slower song for sure.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm sticking with A. It's just a bit slower.
Yep. Yeah. No, it's a pretty solid A, but it's a really good song.
Yes, I'm fine with it being an A, no doubt.
So let's move on to Trader's Requiem. So Trader's Requiem. Worse than Fighting Gold, but I still love it. It's a B or an A for me.
It's a C for me.
Oof.
I don't care much for this song. Like, I would almost lean on F. Like, that's how much I meant.
Oh,
it's
God.
not that bad. That's why I'm sticking with C. This would be a perfect D for me. So that's why I'm hanging on C.
Yeah, for me, it's at least a B or an A. It's just everything that's behind that song. And like, if we go by like the lyrics and the song and like the strings just give me feels like I'm just, and the Requiem, like the oh gosh, I don't want to sing it again because I don't want to embarrass myself, but yeah, I don't know, just.
So the reason I don't like it is it honestly kind of drives me insane because it starts off, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't mean an insult in saying this. The singer almost sounds drunk when he starts it off. Like, you just hear the beginning, just. And it's like, it starts off that way, and throughout the whole song, I am driven insane because it's like bouncing back and forth to point A to point C to point B, different rhythms and melodies. And it drives me crazy because it's like it starts off slow. Oh, we're going to fast all of a sudden. Oh, now we're back at slow, and then we're trying to build it. Oh, and we're back. It's like I have trouble with where it's trying to go because it bounces so much.
I can understand that from a standpoint. So I have like, I don't want to say it like this, but I have a lot of musical background as far as like how my family go and stuff, and like
Yeah.
with like my family and things like that. I think I've talked about it before, but I can feel where it's aiming and like what it's doing and like like the way it's trying to build like tension until it gets to like the part like the faster parts, and yeah, like it bounces back and forth, but that's just the type of song that it is. It's just the style.
How frequent it does it, and it's just I don't care much for it.
Yeah, so because you don't care as much for it, and I care a lot higher of it, we'll probably have to coincide and say it's just go with like a high C then.
I can live with that. High C, low B. Because again, it just might be my personal taste, or it's hard to say.
Yeah, no, and that's fair. Like that's everything. Like I said, somebody out there might love the EDM version of Crazy Noisy, but and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Mean, we're gonna judge them quietly behind their backs, but you know.
Yeah, it's all personal taste and opinion, and that's what this is about. But I do love Gold Requiem, Trader's Requiem. But
I knew this would be the one that would bring up more debate for sure.
Yeah.
Like, out of all of them, I knew this would be the one.
Yeah, I can see it. Like it's fine too. Like we're not gonna see it the same way. But it's just a culmination of things that song does for me and how it makes me feel.
Yeah,
and the story that it's telling, like I guess with that song too is like if you read all the lyrics and you look at the lyrics too, the lyrics actually like kind of bring out a lot of passion into that song for me as well.
And for sure, it's like I can see the story they're trying to tell with it, but there's no lead-in to when they're going to change chapters, and it just kind of that's the part that always bugged me with it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna like, and I mean I can argue it forever, but I could argue it forever, like we and say that like it does, like how like, but but that's not like how it's gonna feel to you as opposed to how it feels to me. So
right, for combined opinions, it would level out to C.
Yeah. But yeah, just parts of that song that just really hit me, like the hell no, and stuff like that, and like that stuff, and like the don't care, and the Requiem, whoa whoa, da 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 banana da da da. Don't care, you know, that type, like that really hits me. Like after all that build up and all the like roller coaster, that's like the drop after a roller coaster that's been kind of just up and down slightly for a while, and then it just up and bam down for me. That's where it hits me. But no, I can see it like. It's
so interesting that you like when they sing the Requiem part, because I don't like that part.
Yeah,
because like you get the part where it's da-da-da-da-da. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, and I will say that the first time, for a couple times that I listened to that song too, this is the one we're going on, probably one of the most longest songs.
Yeah, I knew this is what would happen.
But probably one of the things about this song that I can say is the first time after listening to it, the first time hearing it after changing from Fighting Gold, I didn't like it as much, and it took some repeat listens for me to have a higher opinion of it. So it is one of those songs that like I had like I sunk my teeth into a bit more and was like, okay, like I get this, I understand. But that's not gonna be everybody. So
yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I can hear the story they're telling, I just don't like how they're telling it.
Which is fine. But I guess we should move on to the latest, the
worst one,
the most recent. It's Stone Ocean. Yep. So, okay, I'm gonna have to say for this one that when I first heard it, when it first came out on YouTube, and they were promoting it, it was probably going to be more of a solid C or B for me, but
really,
listen, when it first came out, like I'm talking about the first time I heard it, but after listening to it a lot more, I don't want to get away from Stone Ocean. This song's an S for me. Like this,
Really?
this song went from a solid CB to me to after listening to it a few times, it's one of my favorites. I love it. It's definitely an S for me.
I love it too, but I think I would have to stick with A for it.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, when I first heard this song, I was actually jamming to it for a good while. And if I'm being full on honest, next to End of the World, this song tells its story the best.
Oh yeah, no, it's got, this song has so much going for it and just so many beats, and it's just like, oh god.
Like it's the one where the singer actually sounds like that they're Jolene.
Yeah.
They're singing the part where it's like they're rebelling. The song just sounds rebellious.
Get away from Stone Ocean. I don't want to say there's no chance. Like, oh, that fucking song is so good.
And even the side chanting, that almost just makes me think that's her. Those are her friends.
Yeah, that's I think that's what they. I mean, that's what it feels like they were going for, and it's what it feels like, and I love it, man. I like, it's another. It quickly grew on me, and I don't know what it was about the first listening. Maybe it was just where I was that day and like my mood that day and something. But when I first heard it, it didn't vibe.
Yeah,
something was off. But like, I went back and listened to it again and again and again, and it just quickly, I found myself just jamming. Like, I just loved it.
What I really loved about this song is like it starts up with those drums and the guitar riff, and the first thing I thought is like, oh, so we're just doing part 3 again. And then it like starts up with the real guitar parts, and it's like, oh no, this is its own thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of those songs that reminds me as a person that I don't want to like not to judge something on first intake of it, on the first listen, on the first go of it. Like, sometimes you gotta like evaluate where you are in your life and in that day, and like just your mood when you first hear something, and give it another go, because man, that song is so good.
Especially just, it tells its story so well. And like, yeah, like the reason I put it in A is that there's just parts of the song that just sort of, they just like appear, and I'm not a big fan of them. But then the jam starts again, and I am so up for it.
Right. Yeah.
And now you care about the extra songs.
What? No, I didn't do anything. Yeah, I guess we should call it there, man. That was fun. I enjoyed going through the tier list, talking about JoJo songs, because this.
And honestly, looking at this list, it's really interesting.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'd say we don't have too many different opinions on.
And even the way
some of these songs,
they line up in the list, it still looks about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, I mean, my personal list would look a little bit different. Your personal list would actually look a little bit different. But this is
sure.
Yeah, this is our combined list as of how we feel, and yeah, like, it was fun.
And
definitely would love to do this for some other
honestly,
things.
the main thing I still find funny about the list we have here is that we both agree that Great Days is the S that should be an A. Like, it's one we argue about, and then we're like, no, don't move it.
Yeah, it's definitely hit the tipping point. It's
just so funny. It's like, oh, this is a total A. This is just an A. Wait, why are you trying to move it from N?
Yeah, no, it's God. Yeah, no, I'd say the only one that I personally just want higher, like feel like needs to be higher,
is Requiem.
Is Stone Ocean. That's just how.
Really?
That's how much I love Stone Ocean. Like, not even just.
The funny thing is,
not
Stone
even
Ocean
just
is the reverse of Great Days, where it's like it's the A that wants to be an S.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite JoJo themes. It's one of my favorite JoJo seasons. That manga I loved. I read the manga. I loved the first half of the anime, and I can't wait to see the rest of it. I'm very curious about a lot, but we'll talk about that another time.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, so this is our tier list. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
This is gonna be a fun one.
And yeah,
We'll see where it
hopefully,
goes from here.
yeah, hopefully Fiona and I will be putting out more stuff here soon. Just gotta get back in the swing of things, and that's what this is. So,
Yeah.
and with that, yeah, we'll catch y'all later.
Later.